Susan, the general manager here at the cellar. Today I'm going to be talking about and tasting a couple of our email list offers that are going to be available on our website and in-store, and any subscribers from our newsletter are going to be able to have access to this offer. So the winery that we're talking about today is called Stag's Leap Winery, and I'm going to be tasting the Chardonnay and the Cabernet Sauvignon, and he'll tell you a little bit about Stag's Leap District. So this is a region that's actually one of the smallest nested AVAs in Napa Valley, but it's probably one of the most famous, and it was made famous because of the Judgment of Paris. And so in this event, there was a handful of wines selected from Napa Valley and a handful of wines selected from Bordeaux to be blind tasted head to head. And it was actually a wine that was produced in the Stag's Leap Wine District that won the entire competition for red wines. So the wine that we're tasting today comes from Stag's Leap Winery. There's another winery called Stag's Leap Wine Cellars in Napa Valley. And these two wineries were actually grandfathered in to being able to use the name of the AVA in their winery. They had the name before the AVA was created. So it was a decade-long battle, a court battle of where the apostrophes would go in the name of the winery. So the one we're tasting today has the apostrophe after the S for Stag's Leap Winery. And then the apostrophe is before the S for Stag's Leap Wine Cellars. And then if you're talking about the AVA, it's actually called Stag's Leap Wine District. And that's how you can differentiate between the three different references to Stag's Leap. The AVA originally got its name because of a legend of a stag that would jump through the cliffs of Stag's Leap. So some of the best Napa Valley wines come from this very, very small region. And we're gonna start by tasting the Stag's Leap Winery Chardonnay, and it's the 2019 vintage. This winery gets some really outstanding accolades. It's always a really, really easy wine to sell, I guess. It kind of sells itself because it's so well regarded by critics, and a lot of consumers follow this winery and know that the name Stag's Leap on the label is a testament to quality. So the grapes for this wine, for their Chardonnay, come from Carneros and come from Oak Knoll. The reason why they'll source these grapes or use their estate vineyards in these regions is because Chardonnay wants a little bit of a cooler climate so that it'll retain a bit more acidity and brightness. And Carneros and Oak Knoll are perfect for Chardonnay. So, ooh, I swirled it right out of my glass. Really nice, crystal clear. I can smell the aromatics from here. Benchmark pineapple aromas, a hint of lemon curd, a little bit of vanilla. And I would guess that there's a little bit of oak on this wine, but not too much. It's not jumping out of the glass, it's not overripe, and it's not kind of dripping with coconut like you can if you get that over oaked Chardonnay from California. It smells really great, so I'm gonna taste it. So I have a hard time believing this, but I think this is actually the first time I've tasted this wine. It kind of blows me away because it's such an iconic wine. It's really nicely balanced. The finish is just going on and on. Really beautiful acidity. It's not overdone like I can find a lot of California Chardonnays to be. Finish just goes on and on. Beautiful acidity, great balance. I would suggest you could have this with food, or you could have it without. Drinking it on a patio would be great. And the price point is going to be really fantastic in this offer that we're putting out today. So make sure that if you're not signed up on our newsletter, that you're doing that on our website, or you can just check it out directly from our website and purchase it directly from there as well. So let's move on to the cab. So the original owners of this winery, they had a fondness for Petit Syrah. And Petit Syrah is another one of their red wines that we do really well with here at the cellar. But it was when they discovered that Cabernet Sauvignon grew so well in this region that they actually tore out a lot of the Petit Syrah and replaced it with Cabernet Sauvignon as their dominant grape varietal. But if you're interested in the Petit Syrah, we carry that too, like I said. So color on the cab, nice and clear, ruby red, not showing any signs of age. This is the 2017 vintage. Beautiful intensity on the aromas, black fruit, blueberries, a little bit of cedar, kind of your classic graphite from Cab. It smells really great. And it's actually been a really long time since I've tasted this wine as well. It's one of those ones that, you know, is always there, so I'm not always top of mind to be trying it myself. Really nice balance, really nice, full-bodied. This would be great to have with barbecue, great to have with steak, any kind of higher intensity flavored foods. Finish goes on and on. There's not an overuse of oak. I think these wines are really elegant and they're really showing nicely now. If you wanted to age them for a little while, you could, but it all depends on how you like it. That's what I always say when people ask me if they should age a wine or not. If you like it now, I suggest that you drink it now. So these are going to be great offers today, so make sure that you grab some. And we're also going to be talking a little bit more about Napa Valley coming up. We have a couple really interesting tastings, virtual tastings, that are going to feature some of the iconic producers from the Napa Valley, and then we have a second tasting featuring some of the iconic producers from the mountain AVAs of the Napa Valley. And I've gone and I've picked my favorites to share with you. So if you're interested in learning more about the Napa Valley, I love talking about the Napa Valley, so make sure and pick up some tickets for that event as well. And enjoy the Stag's Leap. Cheers.